Good morning students, welcome back. I am Abrar Ahmed. Today we are going to start class 12 physics chapter 3 electrical capacitance. So let's start class 12 physics unit 1st chapter 3 electrical capacitance. So before starting the chapter we should know what is conductor and insulator. So our first topic is conductor and insulators. Our first topic is conductor and insulator. So first topic is conductor. We are going to start conductor. So conductor are the substance. Conductor are the substance which allow the flow of current. Conductor are the substance which allow the flow of current, like silver allow the flow of current, like iron allow the flow of current, like gold, like copper, all are the conductors. So definition is conductor are the substance which allow the flow of current through them. Conductor are the substance which allow the flow of current through them. Example iron, copper, silver, gold, etc. These are the substances which allow the flow of current. So this is called conductor. Remember the point. Silver is the best conductor among the all. Silver is the best conductor among the all. Silver is the best conductor. Now we are going to start second topic, insulator. So second is insulators. This is opposite of the conductor. These are the substance which does not allow the flow of electric current. Insulators are the substance which does not allow the flow of electric current. Insulator are the substance which does not allow the flow of electric current. Opposite of this, conductor are the substance which allow the flow of electric current, and insulator are the substance which does not allow the flow of electric current. Example wood, plastic, glass, rubber. These are the insulator. These are the types of insulator. Remember the point. Paper is the best insulator among the all. Note, paper is the best insulator among the all. So, what is conductor? Conductor are the substance which allow the like iron, copper, silver, gold. Insulator are the substance which does not allow the flow of current, like wood, paper, plastic, glass, rubber. Remember the point, paper is the best insulator and silver is the best conductor among the all. Now we are going to start our topic. First topic, main topic, electrical capacitance. Now our next topic is capacitance of a conductor, or we can say electrical capacitance, or we can also say capacity. So our topic is electrical capacitance, or we can say capacitance of conductor or capacity. So what is capacitance? The potential of a conductor, we know that the potential of a conductor is directly proportional to the amount of charge given to it. We know that, for example, this is the conductor. This is the conductor. When we give Q charge to it, its potential increase. Potential is denoted by V. We already study about potential in second chapter. So this is the conductor. When we give Q charge of the conductor, so its potential increase. So we know that the potential of a conductor is directly proportional to the amount of charge given to it. Potential depends on charge. Potential depends on amount of charge. If Q charge given to a conductor, so that potential increase by amount V. If Q charge is given, this is the Q charge is given to a conductor, so potential increase by amount V. Its potential increase by amount V. So Q is directly proportional to V. We know that Q is directly proportional to V, and we also know that when we remove this proportionality sign, a constant comes. This is the constant of proportionality C. This is the constant of proportionality C, where C is the constant, is a proportionality constant, is called the capacitance of a conductor, or we can say capacity. This is the C is called a capacitance of a conductor, or we can say capacity. So what is capacitance of a conductor capacity? When Q charge is given to the conductor, its potential increased by V. So charge is directly proportional to potential, or we can say potential is directly proportional to Q. And when we remove this proportionality sign, a constant comes. This constant is called capacitance of a conductor or capacity. So we can find the formula of capacitance. This V goes to denominator. So C is equal to Q by V. From this equation, from this formula, C is equal to Q by V. So capacitance of conductor may be defined as, the capacitance of conductor is numerically equal to charge. This is the charge Q. This is the charge Q required to raise the potential of conductor by unity. This, if V is unity, so C is equal to Q. If V is unity, if V is 1, then C is equal to Q. So capacitance of the conductor is the charge required to raise the potential of the conductor by unity, or in other words we can say capacitance of the conductor is the ratio of charge per unit. It is the ratio of charge and its potential. It is the charge per unit potential. It is called the capacitance. It is the charge per unit potential. It is called the capacitance of conductor, or we can say capacity of conductor. So what is electrical capacitance or capacity? We know that when charge is given to conductor, its potential increase. So we know that the potential of the conductor is directly proportional to the amount of charge. Potential of the conductor is directly proportional to amount of charge. If charge is Q and potential is V, then potential of the conductor is directly proportional to amount of charge, and when we remove this proportionality sign, a constant come. This constant is called capacity of the conductor. Its formula Q by V. C is equal to Q by V. C is equal to Q by V. Or numerically, it is the charge required to raise the potential of the conductor by unity. C is equal to Q by V. The capacity of the conductor is numerically equal to charge required to raise the potential of a conductor by unity. So, our next topic is factors affecting capacity, or we can say factors affecting electrical capacitance of a conductor. You can write down, you can note. So our next topic is electrical capacitance, factor affecting electrical capacitance. Now our next topic is factors affecting capacitor of a conductor, or we can say capacity of a conductor, or we can say electrical capacitance. Factors affecting capacity of a conductor. So these three are the factors which affect the capacity of conductor. The capacity of a conductor depends upon the following factor. First, area of a conductor. So when area of conductor increase, then its potential decrease. When area of a conductor increase, then its potential decrease, and hence capacity of the conductor, according to this formula, when potential decrease, so capacity of the conductor is increased, because capacity is inversely proportional to potential and capacity is directly proportional to charge. So when area of the conductor increase, then its potential decrease, and hence according to this formula, capacity of the conductor increase. Second is presence of other medium near the charge conductor. It means it is the medium around the conductor. If any dielectric medium is present near the conductor, around the conductor, then its potential decrease. And according to again this formula, when potential decrease, hence its capacity of the conductor increase. Third, presence of other uncharged conductor near the charge conductor. Or we can say around the charge conductor. So when an uncharged conductor brought near the charge conductor, hence potential decrease, and potential decrease, so capacity of the conductor increase. So factors affecting capacity of conductor depends on the factor affecting potential. First of all, we have to learn factors affecting potential. We already studied about factors affecting potential in second chapter in previous video. So factors affecting capacity of the conductor depends on factors affecting potential of the conductor, because if potential decrease, so capacity of the conductor increase. In this second case, potential decrease, so capacity of the conductor increase. Third case, potential decrease, so capacity of the conductor increase. So these are the factors affecting capacity of the conductor. Now we will start capacitance, or principle of capacitance. You can write all the theory. Now our next topic is capacitance, or principle of capacitance. Good morning students, welcome back. Now our next topic is principle of capacitor or condenser. So let's start principle of capacitor or condenser. First of all, we should know what is capacitor. So capacitor is a device which is used to store large quantity of electrical charge. Capacitor is a device which is used to store large quantity of electrical charge without increasing in size. So definition is capacitor is a device which is used to store large quantity of charge without increasing its size. In other words we can say it is a device to store electrical energy. Electrical capacitor is used to store electrical energy. It is a device which is used to store electrical energy. So what is the principle of capacitor? Capacitance of an isolated conductor is increased by bringing near it an uncharged conductor and connecting later to earth. It means if we considering a plate of charge, positive charge A, this is the plate A of positive charge. When we bring in another plate, uncharged plate, so due to this positive charge it becomes negative and outer surface of the plate becomes positive. Later this positive charge can be transferred to earth. So this is the principle of capacitor. So capacitor or condenser is the device which is stored to electrical energy. It is a device which is used to store electrical energy without increasing in size. Now our next topic is types of capacitor. So there are three types of capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor, spherical plate capacitor and cylindrical plate capacitor. Now we will start types of capacitor. So you can write now our next topic is types of capacitor. So there are mainly three types of capacitor. Types of capacitor or condenser. Capacitor are mainly of three types: parallel plate capacitor, spherical plate capacitor, cylindrical plate capacitor. These are the types of capacitor. Now we will start after types of capacitor. Factors affecting capacitor. So you can write now we are going to start factors affecting capacitor. Now our next topic is factors affecting capacitance of capacitor. Factors on which capacitance of capacitor is depend. So factors affecting capacitance of capacitor. The capacitance of capacitor depends upon the following factor. These are the factor on which capacity of capacitor or capacity of condenser is depends. First is area of plate. On increasing the area of plate, its capacitance increase. So when we increase the size or area of plate, it may be parallel plate, cylindrical plate, spherical plate. So when we increase the area of plate, its capacity of capacitor is increased. Second is medium between two plates. So when we increase dielectric constant of medium between two plates, then its capacity is increased. On increasing dielectric constant of medium between two plates, the capacitance of capacitor is increased. Due to increasing of dielectric constant of the medium, the capacitance of capacitor is decreased. Third, distance between two plates. So distance between two plates is inversely proportional to the capacitance of capacitor. Distance between two plates is inversely proportional to the capacitance of condenser, or we can say capacitance of capacitor. It means when the distance between two plates is large, then capacitance of capacitor is low, and when the distance between two plates is small, then capacitance of capacitor is high. So these are the factors on which capacitance of capacitor depends. Now we will start our next topic, parallel plate capacitor. You can write. Now we will start parallel plate capacitor. Now our next topic is parallel plate capacitor. Our next topic is parallel plate capacitor. So what is parallel plate capacitor? The parallel plate capacitor is made of two plates. It is made of two plates of any shape. It may be plane, circular, rectangle. It may be of any shape. The parallel plate capacitor are made of two plates. The shape of the plate may be plane, circular and rectangle, which are held parallel to each other. Both plates are parallel to each other. You can see in the diagram, this is the plate A, this is the plate B. Both plates are parallel to each other and separated by a distance. The distance between two plates may be represented by D or it may be represented by R. It may be represented by D or it may be represented by R. Separated by a distance, a dielectric medium of dielectric constant is filled between two plates. Between two plates, a dielectric medium like paper, mica, wax, it may be filled. Like mica, wax, paper, it may be filled in order to increase its capacity. So we can increase the capacity of parallel plate capacitor. Now this is the parallel plate capacitor. Now we have to derive the expression for capacity of parallel plate capacitor. So expression for parallel plate capacitor. This is the derivation. This is the derivation of parallel plate capacitor, or we can say capacity of parallel plate capacitor. Suppose A and B are two plates. Let us consider A and B are two plates of capacitor. This is the plate of capacitor. The distance between plates is D. The distance between both the plate is D. And dielectric medium between plate is K. The constant of dielectric medium between these two plates is K. If the surface charge density of plate is sigma, surface charge density is denoted by sigma. Sigma is the surface charge density of the plate. Now we have to calculate intensity of electric field due to plate. You can write this theory. Now we have to calculate intensity of electric field due to plate A and B. This is the diagram of parallel plate capacitor. This is plate A, this is plate B. This is earthing. A is positive charge, B is negative charge. So intensity of electric field between two plates. Intensity is given by E is equal to Q by sigma by epsilon. Intensity is given by sigma by epsilon. Sigma is the surface charge density. Sigma is the surface charge density. But due to medium, E is equal to sigma upon K epsilon. K is the constant of dielectric medium. Now potential difference between two plates. You know potential difference. Potential is the work done to bring in a unit positive charge from infinity to a point in an electric field. So potential is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from B point to A point. Potential is the work done to bring in a unit positive charge from B point to A point. So potential is denoted by V. V is equal to force into displacement, because work done, you know, formula of work done is force into displacement. But here in this case, force is the intensity of electric field. So force is represented by E. So A E into D, displacement. And what is the formula V? The formula V, E is equal to sigma upon K pi epsilon. So sigma, we can put the value of E is equal to sigma upon K epsilon into D as it is. So we can multiply sigma into D. Sigma D divided by K epsilon. This is the formula of potential. This is the formula of potential. But surface charge density is Q by A. But surface charge density is Q by A. So we can put this value at this place. So V is equal to surface charge density Q by A. So this Q by A D upon K epsilon. D upon K epsilon. But we have to calculate capacity of parallel plate capacitor. We have to calculate capacity of capacitor. So formula of capacity of capacitor Q by V. The formula of capacity of capacitor is Q by V. So this Q and the formula of V, QD upon A K epsilon. QD upon A K epsilon. This Q may be cancelled. So C is equal to A K epsilon divided by D. If K is equal to 1, if there is no medium between both the plate, there is no medium between both the plates, so C is equal to A epsilon divided by D. This is the formula of capacity of parallel plate capacitor. This is the formula of capacity of parallel plate capacitor. You can write. After completing the topic parallel plate capacitor, now we are going to start grouping of capacitor. First of all, why we require grouping of capacitor? If we need certain value of capacitor which are not available in market, so we can obtain that value with the help of grouping of capacitor. So that's why grouping of capacitor is required. In some electrical circuit, we required a capacitor of finite value. Which is not available in the market. That value is not available in the market. So by grouping of capacitor, we can obtain that value. With the help of grouping of capacitor, we can obtain that value. So that's why grouping of capacitor is required. The grouping of capacitor are mainly of two types. First is series grouping and second is parallel grouping. Now we are going to start series grouping. In series grouping, there are three or more capacitor are connected in series. These are the first capacitor, this is the second capacitor, this is the third capacitor, and etc. Many more. These are the capacitor are connected in series combination. So that's it is called series grouping. While when capacitor connected are parallel grouping, this is the capacitor 1, this is the capacitor 2, this is the capacitor 3. When these capacitor are connected in parallel, this is called parallel grouping. So we are going to start first series grouping. Consider three capacitor. We are considering three capacitor of capacitance C1, C2 and C3. The capacitance of capacitor is C1, C2 and C3. And their potential difference are V1, V2 and V3. Their potential difference V1, V2 and V3. These are the three capacitor. Now we have to calculate potential of the capacitor. You can write first. We know that formula of capacitance C equal to Q by V. When we calculate potential, so V is equal to Q by C. This is the formula of potential Q by C. For first capacitance V1 equal to Q by C1 because charge is same in series combination. Remember the point, electrical charge is same in series combination. V2 equal to Q by C2 because charge is same. V3 is equal to Q by C3 because charge is same. Now we have to calculate total potential. We have to calculate total potential. Total potential V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Total potential V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Formula of V, Q by C. Q by C. Formula of V1, Q by C1. Q by C1. Formula of V2, Q by C2. Q by C2. Formula of V3, Q by C3. Now we can take common Q from numerator. So remainder is 1 upon C1, here 1 upon C2 and here 1 upon C3. This Q can be cancelled. So 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon C1, 1 upon C2 and 1 upon C3. This is the formula of equivalent capacitance of capacitor. This is the formula equivalent capacitance of capacitor in series combination. In series combination. This is the formula of equivalent capacitance of capacitor for series grouping or for series combination. Now we will start parallel grouping or parallel combination. You can write now. Second is parallel grouping. Second is parallel grouping. For parallel grouping, consider three capacitor. Consider three capacitor of capacitance C1, C2 and C3. The electric charge are Q1, Q2 and Q3. This is the first capacitor C1, this is the second capacitor C2, this is the third capacitor C3. Both are connected. First terminal of the battery, this is the first positive terminal of the battery, and these are connected earthing. Here remember the points. Here remember the point, potential is same. Potential of capacitor first is V, second is V and third is V. Potential is same. Remember the point, potential is same. Now we know that formula of capacitor. We know that C is equal to Q by V. This is the formula of capacity of capacitance. C is equal to Q by V. When we multiply V into C, this is becomes Q. This is the formula of charge. Q is equal to CV. For first charge, Q1 equal to C1V, Q2 equal to C2V, Q3 equal to C3V. Remember the point, potential is same, V. Capacity of conductor C1, capacity of conductor is C2, capacity of conductor is C3, and here charge is Q1, this is the charge Q2, this is the charge Q3. So for Q1 C1V, for Q2 C2V, for Q3 C3V. Now we have to calculate total charge. Total charge Q is calculated by Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. This Q is calculated by Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. The formula of Q is equal to CV. Q is equal to CV. Q1 is equal to C1V. Q2 is equal to C2V, and Q3 is equal to C3V. This we can take common, so C1 plus C2 plus C3. This V may be cancelled, so C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. This is the formula of equivalent capacity of capacitor for parallel grouping. Equivalent capacity of capacitor in parallel combination. This is the formula of capacity of capacitor in parallel combination. You can write